An RBI for Jung Hoo Lee, and now he's tied for the league lead in doubles. Look at the company he keeps. Player resumes are presented by Canva. Last season was his rookie year.
Yeah.
He got hurt. We're always curious to see how the talent translates from the KBO. He was a hero in his homeland, right? And now we're seeing why.
And Lauren, I don't want to say he came out of nowhere, but I remember when the Giants, they were going after everybody.
He wasn't as highly touted as other international players.
They were going after Judge, they were going after Perea, and it was almost like this pivot to Jung Hoo Lee. And it was like 6 for 113. It's like that's backing it up for him. But the numbers support it and what he did. He was Ha-Sung Kim's teammate over in the KBO. And look at that. Let's take a look at his resume. 2025, he's hitting 333, right in the middle of the order, batting third for the San Francisco Giants. He's got 3 homers. Took Rodon for a ride twice in Yankee Stadium about 10 days ago. He's got a 981 OPS. Rookie of the Year, MVP. So I want to dive in and see if he's changed anything since coming over from KBO. Usually they talk about playing in the Pacific Rim, you're going to sit more on the breaking stuff. They don't have the hot heater. Everybody who's come over here is sitting Yamamoto, 98. Sasaki, it's exploding all over the place. So I don't think he's changed that much. Pause this real quick. Bring up the splits for me. So here's his numbers in the KBO, okay? Take it in. Games, 491. He hit 342. His on base was 416. His slug at 526. A weighted runs created plus of 155. Comes over here last year, 262, and then makes that play into the wall in dead center at Oracle Park and blows his shoulder out. Since he's come back, right, and you could tell when we were there for 30-15 in spring training that there was a different air about not only bringing Willy Adames in, but getting Jung Hoo Lee back healthy and putting him in the 3-hole. 333 batting average. He's got a weighted runs created plus of 171. So I just want to give you some vintage KBO. We can get back into the tape. I mean, he's always had that interesting setup where he starts really wide open and almost brings like a toe tap to gather himself. Hands do not move, but he is staying behind the baseball. He is not running out of the box and trying to hit. Pause this for me. He's trying to drive the baseball. It's not like a half run to first base and slap it through the 5-6 hole. So I wanted to take a look. KBO, pretty similar. He's actually a little bit more wide open. Hands are in the same spot. Bring up the most open left-handed stances board in the game. We looked at this a little bit yesterday when Victor Scott was here. Rafael Devers, obviously, he is almost standing sideways when he first gets in the box. Matt Wallner, Ozzie Albies, and Jung Hoo Lee. So he has opened up even more from last year. So let's get back into the tape, go through some ABs and what he's been able to accomplish in the early part of 2025. Take a look right here. The ability left on left, shooting the ball the other way. Early count swinging, okay? Run that back for me. 1-0. He had just thrown a sinker down and in. He's not overthinking it. He's on the gas, and if it's in the middle of the plate, he's swinging. Not something he's gotten way more aggressive. Run it. Way more aggressive early count, way more aggressive middle of the zone swinging. And you see right here over the weekend, it's exactly what he was doing. Turning and burning, hitting gappers, doubles. So bring up his swing decisions board. So take a look at 2024 to 2025 and the difference, right? Zone swing percentage, talking in days, 58% in the zone swing percentage is super low. And then you got 64.4%. And then you look middle, 40, almost 50% of the time he was taking a middle of the zone strike, which is not the norm. Most guys are ready to go. First pitch swinging, last year 17%, now it's 29. So he's more aggressive early in the counts, he's trusting himself, he's more aggressive middle, and he absolutely hammers non-fastballs. I'm gonna take you back a couple ABs against Carlos Rodon. This should be a really tough matchup for him in Yankee Stadium. Let's get into it. He takes him deep twice. Sinker 91 to get ahead, 0-1. Breaking ball 86, he's 0-2, and now we're battling. I don't know how you take that pitch, but he found a way to take it. Breaking ball up top, he worked himself back even. Sinker, another breaking ball, and he drives it out of the yard. He showed him everything there. He was showing him sinker in, slider away, and he never deviated middle of the plate. This one's even better. Sinker 95, he gets the call. Now he's down 0-2 again. Spits on a sinker 1-2. He's all over that pitch. Here we go. Breaking ball. See you later. No more slider. First AB, he takes his slider deep. Second AB, he takes his curveball deep. And what I love, run this back to the beginning. I love the preset back leg, kind of the pigeon-toed back leg. You could see the ripple in his pants almost like he has preset this thing where he's not going to jump forward. I feel like when you're presetting your hip, it gives you a nice chance to almost stack yourself where you would really feel yourself come off your backside. So they preset it, stay behind it, minimal hand movement. Run this. It's a pretty easy move. I mean, he toe taps and is ready to go, and he toe taps early. And you look right here, highest slug versus non-fastballs this season. Kyle Tucker, Michael Busch, Kerry Carpenter, and Jung Hoo Lee. Yeah, the Giants are real. They're going to be a problem. Their starting rotation stays healthy. I don't care who closes. Ryan Walker, Camilo Doval, we'll play the hot hand. It was Doval's turn. Ryan Walker.
They have a renewed approach. Everything Buster Posey touches turns to
You're right. They're just a half game back of the Padres as we begin play today. They begin a series tonight at home against the Texas Rangers.
Pirates against the Dodgers. You go, that's a mismatch. But look who's on the mound. It's Skeens against Yamamoto, arguably the two best pitchers in the game. 10 o'clock Eastern right here at MLB Network. It is going to be awesome. As far as the tail of the tape, well, boxing style, Skeens 2.87 ERA, 30 strikeouts, 4 walks. That's absurd. Look at the whip, nearly identical. Then check out Yamamoto's ERA, 0.93. Almost the same amount of innings, 38-7 in the strikeout to walk ratio. So I love it. Boxing style, see why back in the day? Let's go tail of the tape as we break down both of these two outstanding pitchers. First and foremost, who would you start in a one-game playoff? Skeens or Yamamoto?
This is so
right out of the
tough.
gate, I'm putting
You're
you on the
talking
fire.
about .93. We have to acknowledge that Yamamoto has really come into his own. He is so polished, and when you watch what he does, yes, he does not have the stature that Paul Skeens has, but he has the composure and he has the stuff that plays. And when you look at the numbers, the four-seamer and the splitter, nobody is touching that right now. Yeah. I understand Skeens is awesome. You can't. This is a situation to where no matter who you pick, you find yourself in a good spot. Yeah. But when you compare the two, Skeens is probably better with his top 3 pitches, four-seam, splinter, and sweeper overall because Yamamoto does give it up on his breaking on his curveball just a little bit more. They're both. I think Paul Skeens is going to be a more uncomfortable at bat. Yamamoto, you feel like you're seeing something, but that splitter is absolutely disappearing. But when you put them side by side and actually look at just the stuff, what stuff would I want to be behind in center field? If I'm in center field and I'm watching the pitcher on the mound, which guy am I wanting to stand behind? And I think right now, if I put them side by side, I think I'm going for Yamamoto right now. I think I'm going for Yamamoto right now.
It's funny because the Dodgers, I look at so much of the fact there's so many other pitchers that you mentioned before you get to him. And as you said, he might be the crown jewel of this team. All right, let's go specifically. Skeens' four-seamer against Yamamoto's four-seamer. Pitch by pitch, which four-seamer do you prefer?
I would love to see him.
All right, take a look.
I would love to see him side by side. Is that possible?
Oh, look, see why for you it's all magical.
Okay, when we're watching these pitches side by side, which one am I taking? I see Yamamoto's heater is running it up on you. With Skeens, you're getting 98, 99, 100. Yamamoto pumping it at 96.
The answer is Skeens. Come on.
They're both able to execute their pitches. I think I'm gonna take Paul Skeens.
That's what I like to see.
Fastball, especially when you dig into the numbers and see
12 strikeouts in his four-seamer.
12 punch-outs on the fastball. I'll take Paul Skeens' fastball, absolutely.
What's fascinating about both these guys is, I know the way the art of pitching's evolved, it's not 2, 3 pitches, 7 pitches for each of these guys. Here's what I'm curious about, though, the wipeout pitch. If I tell you Skeens is splinter or Yamamoto's splitter. Yeah, I love the splitter.
That's an easy one for me.
Splitter.
Let's check them out.
Okay, fair enough.
Let's check them out.
I mean, Yamamoto's splitter might be the best pitch in baseball.
You have to protect against the splitter, but there's no pitch in baseball that you have to protect against more than Yamamoto's splitter. When you look at the right side of the screen, you have to almost give him the fastball down in the zone because if you give him anything down, if you're willing to fire anything down, it's going to be a swing and miss every time. I understand Skeens is a wipeout splitter as well, but hitters are hitting 0.77 off of Yamamoto's splitter. You got to protect against that. I played with Tanaka. Seeing that splitter on a night-to-night basis when he's out there on the mound, it's unhittable when it's on.
I mean, 20 strikeouts on that splitter. And to your point, when you're watching from center field, just aesthetically pleasing. When the ball starts here and just dives like that, it's...
Adam in my ear, 51% whiff rate on the splitter. Just throw it every pitch. Just throw it every pitch and just throw it no-hitter.
Throw up the other 6 pitches out the window, just throw the splitter. All right, next up, how about, again, specific pitches, the spin right here. So we're talking the sweeper of Skeens or the curveball of Yamamoto.
See, as we're talking, I said that I would pick Yamamoto, but now as we're going through the pitches...
I'm selling you on Skeens. Let's go.
The curveball from Yamamoto, I think, although we're going to see the wipeout ones right now, the curveball is the one pitch that Yamamoto does give up a little bit more on. Skeens' sweeper is also one of the most unhittable pitches. Skeens has 3 pitches that people aren't able to slug on. Yamamoto has 2. With that being said, that's when the composure comes into play. That's when the polish and the experience that Yamamoto has from pitching in Japan and pitching here has to come into effect at some point. But as far as stuff goes, Skeens just hit the cake because with 2 out of 3 wipeout pitches with 3 out of 3 wipeout pitches as opposed to Yamamoto's 2 out of 3.
And yet you could still make a case. You would take Yamamoto ahead
I would
of
still
him.
take Yamamoto. I mean.
But just pure stuff,
Pure
you're
stuff,
taking
Skeens got it.
What about Shedeur Sanders? Where are you taking him?
I mean, I think we're at the 21st pick, and he hasn't been taken yet, but
maybe in the first round.
I thought he was going to be a top 20 pick.
All right, when it comes to Skeens and Yamamoto, I cannot wait for tomorrow night. Again, if you're a baseball fan, you're going to love this. Watching these two guys go head-to-head, 10 o'clock Eastern, here on MLB Network.